Recreational Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Well, tonight we're going to be meeting 4 more contenders who were chosen from our nationwide search of over 22,000 applicants. More and more people are taking up the challenge this year, and there's no doubt about it, they're fitter, stronger and meaner than ever.
And what prizes for first place, Ollie? Incredible. £5,000 cash, plus a 4-wheel drive, off-the-road family vehicle! And there's more. A fabulous holiday for 2 on the Paradise Island in the Bahamas! Yes!
Almost tempting enough for me to enter, but I doubt it. Anyway, our runners-up, of course, won't be walking away empty-handed. They'll each take home £2,000. So let's meet the people who are fighting for the titles. This evening, the girls are Linda Dent
and Jackie Kinsella. Over! Come on, Jackie.
Good evening and welcome, Linda. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, feel wonderful, very confident.
You look wonderful. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
What I do is I teach children with special needs, and that's in a school in County Durham.
What's the school called?
The school's called Southampton Primary School.
And it looks like a few of them are here. How old are the children that you teach?
The children I teach are 5 to 7-year-olds.
Oh, bless. And I understand they've got a little nickname for you if you were a gladiator.
Well, what we did was all the children chose names and we put them into a hat. And the one that was chosen was Firefly, so that's my name.
Whoa. And have you got what it takes to be a gladiator?
Yes, no problems whatsoever.
I understand as well that you're a beautician as well.
I am, yes. I do various things like manicures and massage, waxing.
And how do you keep fit?
Well, I like to do circuit training classes mainly, and I also do weights and a little bit of running and a bit of boxing as well. So watch out.
Oh, goodness, we will be. And we'll be seeing you a little bit later on. And we must give a little wave to your 2 daughters who are sitting in the audience as well, right?
Yes, they're really excited. There they are.
Oh. Well, let's hear it for Linda Dent. Off you go. Firefly!
Now, Jackie, you're an air stewardess, am I right?
That's right, I work for Virgin Atlantic.
Any of your gang in the audience?
I think there's about 3 people.
Oh, there's a lot more than 3. Tell me, air stewardess, how on earth would you find enough time to do your training?
It's quite hard, you have to be quite disciplined. When I manage to get myself out of bed, I usually go down the gym, so...
And what do you do down there?
A lot of running, a bit of weight training. Been doing a bit of boxing circuits with Chris out there.
Now tell me, are you here to seriously win, or are you here just for fun?
Initially, it was really for fun, but after spending a week here with the other guys and taking all the bruises, I think I'd like to win now, so it would be quite nice.
Well, I've got to ask you, do you have time to watch the Gladiators at home on television?
Not a lot when I'm flying, but I do get people to video it for me, so don't miss out on all the fun.
Good, good. Well, you certainly won't miss out on any fun here today. Off you go, get yourself ready.
Thank you.
Jackie Kinsella!
So while the girls are preparing for their first event, let's meet the guys. This evening, they are Glenn Williams
and Chris Rawlinson.
Welcome, Glenn. How are you feeling?
Feel ready to go.
Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm from Manchester, well, all the guys are from over there. I'm actually a model.
What sort of modelling work do you do?
I do catwalk and photographic work, and I get to travel quite often, which is quite fortunate, so...
What are you hoping to do after you've finished all your modelling?
I'd like to get into acting after, but there's still another good 10 years left in me, so...
Oh, well, that's good to hear. So, I understand, obviously, being a model, you have to look after your body and the way you look and whatnot, but coming on Gladiators, you could pick up 1 or 2 bruises. Does that not worry you?
Well, a long time ago, I was in the army, as my old mum says. And actually, I've been boxing for a long time. I just finished boxing, actually, in February, so that's helped me for my preparation for the Gladiators.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll have done you some good. And you've got a nickname as well.
Yeah, the G-Man.
Well, let's hear it for the G-Man, Glenn Williams.
OK, Chris, tell us, what do you do for a living?
I'm a recreation assistant and I'm from Sheffield.
OK, let's break that down a little bit. What is a recreation assistant?
Well, the main duties include pool supervision, looking after customers, you know, the usual routine, working in gym, so on and so forth.
So you like meeting people, do you?
Oh, I love meeting people, working with people.
Oh, so you should get on well with our gladiators here today.
Well, somewhat. I'd rather with them than against them.
Wise decision, Chris. What do you got hobbies? What do you do in your spare time?
Oh, I take part in all competitive sports, but athletics is my main sport, as I'm ranked 7th in the country at the moment and finished 5th in the recent World Trials.
So you take that very seriously?
Yeah, take it very seriously, like tonight.
Good. Off you go. Get yourself ready. Chris Rawlinson!
So that was the guys. Let's get the show on the road with our very first event.
Okay, and the first up is Linda! And she's going to be facing Zodiac! Over to John Anderson.
Teacher Linda from County Durham, 5'6" and 9 stones, squaring up against Zodiac. Giving away 3 inches in the height department and 6 pounds in weight. Let's get ready to rumble. And referee John Anderson gets this third heat in the 1995 campaign underway. Linda's got 30 seconds to knock Zodiac into orbit for a 10-point win or go the distance for a 5-point draw. And at the moment, it looks as if she's going for the second option.
You must attack, contender. You must attack.
John Anderson reminding Linda the rules are quite clear. A defensive fight results in disqualification. Zodiac putting it about with a pugil stick. No real force behind the blows. All the effort going into pulling those faces. Oh, takes a couple on the helmet for Linda there just before the whistle. Not enough to make the Zodiac see stars. Linda's husband confident she's pulled the 5 points, though. Flashes down there.
Well done, Linda. You know, I looked at John Anderson, I thought he was going to disqualify you for not hitting back. You weren't attacking.
Well, I was trying to attack, but I was also trying to defend as well, so it was a bit hard.
And you got yourself 5 points.
Yeah.
Well done, Linda. Oh, hold on. Inquiry. Mr. Anderson.
Yes, John. The rules of this game demand that the contender attacks, otherwise they're disqualified. I just want to say that Linda only just got through by the skin of her teeth.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anderson. Let's hear it for Linda! And the second of our female contenders is Jackie. And she's going to be facing a Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Contender!
Air stewardess Jackie from Caversham, 5'9" and 10 stones, whereas the Falcon stands 2 inches shorter but carries an important 7-pound weight advantage. Oh, and Jackie immediately trying to knock the Falcon off her perch. Some good, solid whacks getting in. Mind you, if any of her passengers are looking in, they'll know not to give this girl any trouble on the plane when she's wheeling a trolley down the aisle. Falcon matching her, blow for blow. Oh, Jackie stumbles a bit. Falcon trying to punish that mistake. It's not good enough, though. Jackie found her rhythm again. Oh, neither girl really having the power to send the other flying. Some good work there by both girls. In the replay, Falcon rattles Jackie's cage a couple of times, but she refuses to take flight. A good 5 points there.
Wow, Jackie, that's the sort of battle we all want to see. Well done. Hard work.
Yeah, she's a tough nut, she is.
Hey, but you gave a lot. You took a little bit, but you gave a lot as well.
Yeah, I nearly went down a couple of times. Couldn't budge her.
You stayed on. You got yourself your 5 points. Well done, Jackie.
Well done indeed. Scores after one event, 5 apiece.
On to the men. And the first up to do battle is the G-Man, Glenn. And he's going to be doing battle against the Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Looking at Glenn's stats, the Manchester model stands 6'1" and weighs in at 13 stones, whereas Hunter looks to have an extra 2 inches plus another 56 pounds at his disposal on the pugial platform. Let's get ready to rumble. Hunter! Oh, he's nailed him! And he did that in 2.5 seconds. He hammered Glenn to the ground. Hunter, the hitman, serving up a double dose of pure pugial power.
Whoa. The G-Man. Whoa, that was one heck of a knock. Firstly, are you all right?
OK, I messed up big time there. Just the way it goes.
What happened? Was it your fault or was it a lucky one, can we say?
I tried jabbing him, he counter-punched me. He's very elusive, as I say, and that's just the way it went, so sorry.
Never mind, there's a long way to go. He's a strong guy. Let's hear it for the G-Man, Glenn! Hunter! Looks like you're going to make that event yours.
Well, John, we all have an inner rage inside ourselves. Trojan was psyching me up backstage, and I knew I was going to win from the time I looked into his eyes.
I don't think anybody here would argue with that, Hunter. That was one heck of a knock. Well done. Well done, Hunter!
Woo! That's the way to duel, boy.
And next up to face our gladiator is Chris. And he's going to be facing, there's only one, a Saracen! Over to John Anderson.
The stats show that recreation assistant Chris from Maltby is 6'1" and weighs just over 12 stone, whereas the Saracen stands 2 inches taller and with a massive 75 pounds weight advantage.
3, 2, 1.
So will Chris fare better than Glenn? Oh, not a lot. Ba-boom! Saracen struts his funky stuff.
Whoa. Whoa, Chris. It didn't give you much inspiration, did it? Seeing the other contender being knocked off like that.
No, the size of them is they're just massive, really. If you take the blows from there, you can take it from anything.
Well, from an outsider looking in, Chris, you didn't look too confident. I don't know why.
I wonder why. Ask yourself.
Did it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt. I think it's just shock. Once you get hit the first couple of times, that's it. You're out of here.
I think next time you're just going to jump down there early, eh? Save yourself a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'll eat more fish and chips.
One of the two. Off you go. Let's hear it for Chris. Saracen. Maybe Trojan must be psyching you up like he psyched up Hunter. That was incredible.
We're all being psyched up. These contenders are coming in there. They're looking mean this year. You know, I've seen a few of them. They're looking big. They're looking fit. So we got together, you know, and we got our minds together, and this is the result, you know. And I think he needs a bit more than fish and chips to come up here and face the Gladiators. Don't you think so?
I think so.
Exactly.
Let's hear it for Saracen. There is only one.
There is only one.
And Glenn and Chris are grateful for that. After one event, 2 KOs means 2 big O's. Time for our second event.
First up, it's Linda. And tonight she's facing Vogue. Over to John Anderson.
Vogue, one of the latest gladiator recruits, same height as Linda, but 10 pounds heavier.
Gladiator, ready! Rotate the poles. 3, 2, 1.
It's a straight race up the 38-foot spiral stairway to heaven. 10 points if the contender reaches the top first. If the gladiator wins, it's a plunge time. Vogue climbing strongly, her first outing on Polax. Linda faltering. Oh, Vogue smacks the button. Linda's got nowhere to go but down. Desperately close, and Linda's family know it.
Gladiator, dismount.
Vogue's turn to take the express lift down. Good performance from Vogue.
Unlucky, Linda. I actually thought that you got up first, but you didn't push the button, did you?
I just thought I was there, and I was ready to push the button when they just went in, and that was it. I was gone.
You know, right at the top is about 38 feet. It's a bit scary up there, isn't it?
It is a bit scary, but it's good fun. I love that game.
Good.
I want to go again.
I don't know about that. No points. Let's hear it for Linda. Well done.
Next up against Vogue, it's Jackie. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Jackie, 3 inches taller than Vogue, but 4 pounds heavier. I don't think weight is an issue, though.
Rotate the pole. 3, 2, 1.
And they're off, and Vogue climbing well again, and at this point looks to have the lead. Jackie more used to steps leading up to a plane. Half a turn from the button. Oh, Vogue's there! Smacks it, and the air stewardess makes a false landing. Another great climb by Vogue.
Unlucky, Jackie. Well, Jackie, you must be used to heights, being air stewardess.
Yeah, but there's no pilot or engine on that one. That's quite high. I had a bit of a slow start. Then I just got it together, but it's too late.
Did you think you were going to get there?
Yeah, just near the top, but never mind.
Long way to go. Let's hear it for Jackie! Vogue, well done. You were pretty quick up there.
It's the first time I actually performed that event in the show, so I'm really pleased to have beaten them both times.
Yeah, congratulations. Let's hear it for Vogue!
Vogue, our cover girl gladiator. Great future ahead of her. After 2 events, scores remain the same. Linda 5, Jackie 5.
So now we move into the men's poleaxe. First up is Glenn. And he's facing Cobra.
Looking at Cobra's stats, he's an inch shorter than Glenn and more than a stone heavier. Could go against him.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's a great start by Glenn, anticipating the whistle. A former parachute. Oh, he slips there. That could cost him. And Cobra looks to be struggling. And look, Glenn smacks it. Presses the gladiator down button, and the Cobra's put back in his basket. 10 points to Glenn. Great result. Well, if we take a look at that race again, Glenn is very quick off the mark. Well, then he really falters halfway up the pole, but recovers strongly. Maybe Cobra needed someone on a pipe to charm him up. Glenn hits the top, and Cobra hits the bottom. Wallop!
Congratulations, Glenn. You're pretty fast.
I never thought I'd do it. I slipped a couple of times. I just didn't think I'd do it after the first slip, but I got there in the end. Thanks a lot.
Well done. You got yourself your 10 points. Well done, Glenn.
And that's the kind of performance his fans have come to see.
So next up against Cobra, it's Chris. Over to John Anderson.
Chris exactly 2 stones lighter than Cobra.
3, 2, 1.
In poleaxe for the contender, it's either summit or plummet, and it looks as if Chris is capitalising on that 28-pound weight advantage. Clearly in the lead over Cobra. A couple of strikes from the button, smacks it. Cobra can hold on, but he knows he's heading south for a second time. In the replay, Chris looks to be clearly leading, and then Cobra somehow seems to claw it back. But it was Chris who got to the down button first. Cobra not keen to take the drop. This is one event that just keeps getting him down.
Congratulations, Chris. You slipped as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I slipped. Nice people that got up there. Absolutely happy. Brilliant.
You were a bit worried, weren't you, when you pressed the button and he didn't drop down?
Yeah, well, I looked across and still hanging there. I thought, oops, me down next.
That's a gladiator trick. Don't worry about that. Well done, Chris. 10 points.
Thank you very much.
Cobra, he was fast.
He was very fast, no excuses. I made a terrible start, but he was fast, and I don't think I would have caught him if I had a good start.
Well, there's honesty for you. Thanks, Cobra.
Cobra showing great character there, gracious in defeat. After 2 events, Glenn climbs to 10. Chris is up there with him.
Don't go away. Join us after the break for some more exciting action on the Gladiators!
Kick off part 2 with the gauntlet. First up is Linda, and she's going to be facing Panther. Jet, Zodiac, Falcon, and Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3.
Ahead of her, 45 metres of gauntlet and 5 gladiators. If Linda completes it in less than 30 seconds, she scores 5. In less than 20, gets her 10. She breezes past Panther and Jet. Zodiac trying to slam the brakes on. Oh, look at that! Applaud Zodiac! Linda, a part-time beautician and full-time teacher, getting some detention herself from the power pads of Falcon. Stand in that corner. Oh, she slipped past her. Oh, ba-boom! Straight into a belter from Lightning, putting the dent in Linda Dent. Time running down for Linda. No score, but what a valiant effort. She took some big punishment, but Michael, Cherry and Caroline look as stunned as Linda.
Oh, my goodness. You're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Now, I have to say, that's a little bit different from doing manicures and pedicures, isn't it?
Just a bit, yeah.
How did you find it?
Pretty tough, really.
Well, no points on this occasion. But you were brave enough to do it. Let's hear it for Linda. So next up to run the gauntlet is Jackie. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Jackie, an air stewardess. First time she's had to race down this kind of runway. And she's not packing a parachute either. Oh, well, Panther's no problem. And Jackie's had plenty of experience at jets. She knows how to find the emergency exit. Zodiac tries to close her down using a ramrod like a security barrier. Oops, so much for security. Jackie really fired up to face Falcon. Lightning strikes hard and tries to slam the brakes on. Oh, Lightning's earthed her ramrod. Jackie's through. Mum, Dad and brother delighted.
That was pretty tough. You suffered some turbulence there.
It was hard, they really gave us a thing. Thought my head was going to be knocked off.
You looked very confident and very determined as you were going through, in fact.
Yeah, it was quite hard.
Do you want to know your time?
25 seconds.
25 seconds, 5 points. Well done. Well done. Let's hear it for Jackie.
After 3 events, Linda stays on 5. Jackie soars to 10. Now it's the men.
So first up is Glenn, and tonight he's facing Rhino, Hunter, Raider, the Wolfman, and Warrior.
Well, rather him than me. This is what Glenn had to say earlier.
One gladiator I'm not looking forward to meeting is Wolf, but I'll definitely give him back as much stick as he gives me.
3, 2,
Glenn, a model more used to parading on a catwalk than running a gauntlet, meets Rhino head-on. Glenn's body armour already coming undone. Bet this has never happened to him on a fashion show. Oh, it's gone completely now. John Anderson's going to have to stop it. There's the whistle. The mandatory safety equipment provides vital protection in this kind of physical event. One knock from Hunter, and that breastplate completely ripped off, leaving Glenn dangerously exposed. So, with his armour now intact, Glenn finds himself where he left off, about to face Hunter with 15 seconds left on the clock.
2, 1.
And Glenn steams into Hunter, getting parried with those power pads, and backs his way into Raider's ramrod. Glenn getting a real mauling from Raider. Gladiators are not allowed to pin the contenders, and the referee is screaming at Raider. It's mayhem down there. And they're, oh, a bit of afters there. Old Warrior, after the whistle, he's been warned before. I seem to remember him promising that he obeyed all John Anderson's orders. There's Wolfie sticking it in there. Someone's going to get a yellow card. Send him off. Quite right, madam.
That is a yellow card. The next time, it will be a red one.
Wolf officially cautioned. He won't like that. Told you. Maybe he's been having lessons off Eric Cantona.
I think he needs some lessons in manners.
What have I done wrong?
Obviously, every game plan went out the window.
It's the way it goes, where the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry.
You didn't enjoy it?
Nope, but ready for the next game.
All right, then. Let's hear it for Glenn. Good try. Next up to run the gauntlet, it's Chris. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiators,
Oh, who changed places with him now?
3, 2, 1.
And Chris charges the Rhino, and Rhino's having none of it. Sends him back where he came from. And again! In fact, Chris having a tough time actually getting into the gauntlet, let alone running it. And Chris now trying to shoulder charge his way through. Rhino, not so much an endangered species as a dangerous one. Boy, Chris, crank it up, give it some push. Oh, clears Hunter and Raider. Oh, but Wolf tames him. Stops Chris dead in his tracks. Oh, he's been pushed, parried and punished, and all for no points. Another bad day at the office. And Chris can thank Rhino for that. Skillful, strong. What a great new signing this Gladiator has turned out to be.
You had terrible trouble at the beginning there, but then you did pretty well.
Yeah, I just couldn't get that big back in the end. That is massive.
Rhino, he's wider than he is tall.
Yeah, I felt the whole width, length and everything of him. That is massive.
Let's hear it for Chris. Well done. What can I say, Rhino? New Gladiator, terrific work there. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I enjoyed that. This game suits me down to the ground. It's a charging one. That's why they've all put me in the front. I love it.
Well, you did pretty well. Well done, Rhino.
I think pretty well's a bit of an understatement, Uli, when you look at that. Oh, and look at this. We love John Anderson, said the banner. The Wolves having none of it. That's what he thinks. John Anderson is furious. In fact, everyone is. Well, almost everyone. Don't wake him up. After 3 events, scores remain the same, 10 points apiece.
And in the yellow Atlasphere is Jackie. And in the orange sphere, yes, it's Linda. And they're going to be rolling against a panther. And Amazon. Over to Johnny Anderson.
Linda driving the orange Atlasphere, and she'll be banging up against Amazon. Jackie's in the yellow, and she'll collide in the middle with Panther. Panther will be giving away £4 to Jackie. Linda, on the other hand, faces a massive £21 deficit against the Amazon.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2...
Yes, it's time to rock and roll. And here comes Jackie. And here comes trouble. Getting up ahead of steam for the cosmic collision in the middle. Ba-boom! 60 seconds to score what you can. There's 3 points for every pod. Jackie and Linda both break for pod 2. Oh, Jackie's blown it. But so is Linda. On the far side, Jackie getting a free run on pod 3. Oh, way off targets. Should have made it pay. Linda persevering with pod 2. Go on, girl, push it up. Amazon's marking her. Jackie takes a smack from Panther.
Move the sphere, Gladiator, move the sphere.
John Anderson ordering Amazon to move her sphere. Jackie breaks for a 3-pointer on pod 1. Scores! I think John Anderson giving Amazon some stick for stalling her Atlasphere. Linda still struggling on 2 there. Here comes Jackie again with another free run. And there goes the whistle. Disappointing show from Linda. In the replay, Linda had neither the speed nor the strength to smoke it. Bit sad, really.
Linda, I know you're going to be very disappointed with that event. It was literally motionless.
It was. I just find it really hard to push these things. They're just so heavy. People don't realise how heavy they are.
And in fact, you were standing still and trying to push uphill up towards the pod.
I was trying to get it onto the pod. I thought, well, it's pointless going to any other. I've got to try and get on this one. And I just couldn't get it up. It's just too heavy.
I bet the children from the school enjoyed it, though.
Yes, I think they really did.
Enjoyed seeing teacher in the cage. Well done, Linda.
Well, Jackie, you made that look very easy. You look like you were at home there.
No, it's quite difficult getting them over the centre. But I don't know, did I get one? I don't know.
Well, you did very well. 1 pod, that gives you 3 points. Well done, Jackie.
Absolutely impossible, literally, to try and get the Atlaspheres to move when you're stationary.
She's quite a small girl and they're very heavy, so obviously she was having a real difficulty moving it, and obviously I couldn't chase her, she couldn't move it, so I just stayed with her and kept her off the pod.
Just in case. And what about you, Panther? Not too bad.
I don't think my girl scored any. I think I managed to block her out, yeah?
I think you're incorrect on this, Matt.
No!
I think she scored 3 points.
Oh, my goodness. So let the side down. We'll be better next time.
You better be. Let's hear it for Panther and Amazon.
So Linda failing to move in her Atlasphere and on the scoreboard. She stays on 5 while Jackie moves to 13. Next up, the guys.
So the men are ready. In the yellow sphere is Chris. And in the orange sphere, it's the G-Man. And they're going to be facing Raider. And there's only one, a Saracen.
Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll.
Over to Mr. Anderson.
Saracens looking forward to it, and little wonder he's over 4 stones heavier than Glenn and over 5 stones heavier than Chris. Raiders' stats much the same as Saracens, give or take a couple of pounds.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
So it's Chris in the lemon and Glenn's in the orange, and I think it is going to get a bit fruity down there. Head for the middle, boom! Stopped in his tracks. Glenn makes a break on pod 3, smokes it. Now Chris drives towards pod 1. He scores. And now it's Chris making a break towards pod 2, and he's being marked out of it. Glenn taking the long way round to pod 1. Up and over. That's a score. The smoke's late, but that's 3 points there. And I think Chris, yes, trying again for pod 2. Foiled again. Good marking by the Glads. Oh, they're both going for pod 1. There's going to be a head-on crash. Oh, have that. Glenn's well placed to score, but he can't finish it. Glenn's making a break for pod 2. He's all on his own, gets it over the middle, scores! Here comes Chris, gets a face full of smoke, but no cigar. That was good for me. In the replay, Chris has a very strange start, has all the steam taken out of him on the clash, and miraculously finds himself facing a free pod. Smoking.
Well done, Chris. Tell me, Chris, what happened at the start there? It looked like you got lost.
Yeah, when we all crashed together, I didn't know where I was at all. I got away. I think I went over to one of the pods, but after that I was cornered. That was about it.
Well, 1 pod, 3 points. Well done.
Well, Glenn, I don't know what to say. I felt that was a rather disappointing round, but I'm only kidding. You scored 9 points. You must be pleased with that.
Excellent. It's time for the hard events now.
It's a lot of legwork in Atlaspheres, isn't it?
It certainly is. You just got to keep pushing and rolling and hope you don't get blocked. But I was lucky, and excellent 9 points. Thank you.
You took great advantage of that. Well done, Glenn. 9 points.
Well, Raider, what actually happened when you came off the ramps? It looked like everybody just got collision there.
Well, that was the game plan, and we take whichever man's available at the time.
Well, it looked like you lost your man. Who was actually marking Chris?
Actually, we shouted switch, which we were entitled to. I took the other guy, I gave him a few bangs here and there, you know. I'm smoking, I'm not joking, I'm a rage in the cage.
Yes, let's hear it for Saracen and Raider!
Well, who could disagree with that? Whatever he said. Oh, you missed. And again.
Okay.
After 4 events, Glenn rolls up to 19, Chris up to 13. Next up.
And the last event before the Eliminator. Using the red balls is a Linda! And on the blue, it's a Jackie. And guarding those 5 baskets is a Lightning, Vogue, and the deadly Nightshade! Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! And here goes, ready!
Hubble, bubble, what a trio of trouble. Earlier today, Linda told us of her biggest fear on the Powerball pitch.
I think I'm not really looking forward to meeting Nightshade. She's a lot taller than me, and I think she's a very good gladiator.
Let's play ball. Jackie against Nightshade. Oh, leaves deadly for dead. 2 points. Lightning, no-nonsense tackle on Linda. Jackie again, bundled out by Vogue. Linda faces Nightshade off. Oh, easily dispossessed. Vogue steams in on Jackie. Contenders score 2 points for every outer basket, 3 points for the central one. Linda squares up to Lightning. Lightning strikes. Jackie outsprints Vogue. Nightshade's there. John Anderson enforcing the rules. They're quite clear. Gladiators must release the contender once the ball is grounded. Here's Jackie. Oh, slipped it in very nicely for 2 points. Late tackle by Vogue. Reloads, looking for the gap. Vogue closes Jackie down. And Lightning wrestles Linda down. And Linda's in the wars throughout all this event. Contenders very tired now, 3 seconds on the clock. And they'll be glad to hear the whistle. Good event for Jackie, though.
Well, Jackie, getting harder. Final game before the Eliminator. What was going through your mind before you started?
But I could finish it in a minute. It's quite long, quite tired now.
It's getting harder, isn't it? But you're nearly there.
The girls gave a really good fight then. They were out for us that time.
Well, well done. You got yourself 4 points. Well done. Linda, the last event, as we've said, it's all about determination and guts and steel. It was very hard, wasn't it?
Very hard indeed, yeah, really tough.
Did you think you might have got some points?
I thought I might have scored at least 1, but didn't happen.
Well, you're certainly right. Unlucky. No points, Linda. Get yourself ready for the Eliminator. Let's hear for our Gladiators, Lightning, Vogue, and the deadly Nightshade.
Good performance from the Gladiators, and Lightning still got the energy for a victory roll. Whoops, a staggering performance there. After 5 events, Linda's on 5, Jackie 17, the men are next.
So our 2 very, very brave contenders are ready. Using the red balls, the G-Man! And on the blue, Chris! And they're going to be facing Rhino, a Trojan, and the mighty Warrior!
Yes, these guys make a game of Powerball more like a demolition derby. Take your time, boys.
3, 2, 1.
Chris against Rhino. Sells him the dummy very sweetly. 2 points, thank you very much. Trojans there this time, though. Glenn against Rhino. Good tackle with Warrior as cover. Chris again. Rhino's on his case. Glenn walks straight into Trojan. Chris faces Warrior. Warrior does the biz. Glenn. Rhino's diving about like a Colombian goalkeeper. He's having a great show. Chris. Rhino again. Trojan on Glenn, and Warrior flew in there for a bit of a late tackle, very high. John Anderson rebukes him, and rightly so. Trojan charges Chris out of bounds. Excellent performance from the Gladiators, particularly by Rhino. And there's the reason why he always gets his man. Chris, oh, flattened by Warrior. Last chance for Glenn. Oh, and easily denied by Trojan. And Glenn shows his frustration. There's the whistle. In fact, it wasn't Glenn's event at all. Hard tackles coming in from different angles and different Gladiators. Take some of that. Rhino, what a Gladiator.
G-Man, doesn't get any harder. No harder than that. How do you feel now?
A few second lead. Trying to use it to the best of my advantage. They're not the stuffing out of us. But we're both ready to go. We'll give it a good final eliminator. But we need some good cheering in this last final eliminator.
Oh, you'll get that. No points, but let's hear it for the G-Man. Chris, I've got to ask you, you two must be absolutely mad. I mean, what possesses you want to take on these three guys, honestly?
I don't at the moment. I'm just thinking about that, actually. Must be an absolute nut with all that weight about.
Any knocks, bumps?
Just the usual, really. You know, the odd 20 stone and so on.
Last 15 seconds to go. Anything particular goes through your mind?
A lot of parts of your body, usually.
Well done. You got yourself 2 points. Well done, Chris. It's two for Gladiators, Trojan, Warrior, and the Rhino.
Well, I bet the guys are glad to see the back of them after 5 events. Glenn 19, Chris 15.
Don't go away, because you can see a lot more exciting action on the Gladiators! Hoorah!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time. Now, in the women's competition, Linda's on 5 points, Jackie's ahead on 17. That's a 12-point difference, which will give Jackie a 6-second head start.
Jackie, you will go on my first whistle. Linda, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Jackie Kinsella, 26-year-old transatlantic flight attendant, originally from Liverpool, now from Caversham, tackles the high and low beams. And here comes Linda Dent from County Durham, 33-year-old married lady with 2 children. Jackie's on the rope, and if anything, extending her lead. Oh, Linda's struggling on the rope, in desperate trouble. Jackie once worked as a massage therapist, plays volleyball and tennis. Both of those need a net, but not quite like this. And the lead is growing. Jackie at the top now, goes to the furthest zip line. Surely Linda can't make up this deficit. Jackie needs to keep her composure and to keep something back for that awesome travelator. Now, up the travelator, she pumps it, keeps her head up high. Oh, just makes it, grabs the rope for a place in the quarterfinals. Jackie Kinsella. Here comes Linda. And she pumps it up the travelator with a big smile on her face, a great contender. Oh, look at that, she let her head go down, and her daughter with tears in her eyes. Oh, and a reassuring hug from Big Sis. As Mum tackles the travelator for the second time, this time she's done it! Linda Dent completes the eliminator. Cheered on by husband Michael.
Congratulations, Jackie. How does it feel?
Just fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant.
You worked very hard all day, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been quite hard because it's quite late, but I've had a brilliant time, and Linda's done excellent as well.
Well done. We'll be seeing you again. Let's hear it for Jackie.
Linda, your such a determined little thing. There was no way you were going to not go up that travelator.
I was determined to get up there. Well done to Jackie. She's a really good contender. I wish her all the best in the show. And I've really enjoyed myself, and I just say, and I want to thank all my fans for coming. Thanks for supporting me.
Well, as Linda goes to her family to console her daughters, there's the winner, Jackie Kinsella. But despite those tears, Linda is very much a winner in her family's eyes here on Gladiators. Next, it's the men's. Glenn Williams from Manchester has a 4-point lead over Maltby's Chris Rawlinson, and that converts to a 2-second head start for a place in the quarter-finals.
Glenn, you will go on my first whistle. Chris, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
So Glenn makes the most of his 2-second head start, and here comes Chris. Chris had some experience in the Royal Marines. Glenn was with the Paras for 4 years. You could say this is soldier on Eliminator. Glenn on the handbike, and he's making hard work of it. And look at the speed of Chris Rawlinson. And Chris is going to touch down first. Glenn's a little bit short of the platform. Chris is across onto the cargo net, and Glenn, oh, he fell. That's going to cost him 10 seconds. And now Chris steaming ahead. A bit previous there, Andrew Norgate releases him as Chris goes across to the furthest zip line. I bet he can't believe this. What a turnaround. And now Glenn struggling, and his family can hardly bear to watch. Chris across the balance beams, composed, head high, and head for glory up the travelator. Yes! A place in the quarter-finals with a 2-second deficit. What a contender. Glenn Williams just touches down what must be going through his head. He had that 2-second head start on Chris. Chris is already finished. And now in Glenn's mind, all he has to do is concentrate on finishing this eliminator. And the crowd behind him as he pumps it up the travelator. He does it in 1.
Congratulations, Chris. When did you do it? It was the handbike, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've seen in practice that I've been going quite well across the handbike. And I thought with the endurance from the athletics, I thought I'd be able to pull it back. It came through.
You certainly did. Going up the cargo net as well?
Yeah, no problems at the cargo net. Usually when you hit it, a few lost feet for the holes and so on. But Glenn, absolutely brilliant competitor and friend. Pushed me all the way.
Great stuff. Let's hear it for Chris.
Oh, that's nice. A big hug from Jackie, his fellow winner.
Well, Glenn, if there is such a thing as a minor disaster when you've had it.
My arms just give way, and it's where the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry. Chris, great winner. I'm sorry for all my fans out there. It's just the way it went. Thanks for coming, everybody. Gladiators, cheerleaders, everybody's brilliant. Thank you very much. Bye.
Well, it's been great to have you on the show. You're a very fit guy. And the very best of luck with modelling and acting. Let's hear it for Glenn Williams.
So it's condolences to the G-Man as the winner takes a bow.
Well, that's the end of another show, but we'll be back again next week.
We certainly will. So join us then here on the Gladiators.
Awooga!
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Nostalgia in a tankard. Jim Bowen will be here with Bullseye next on Challenge. And tonight at 9, it's The Chase. Can you name 2 chasers who feature in the Australian version of the show? It's The Beast and The Governess. We'll find out if either will be making a star turn later.
Are you ready?